Hello everybody and welcome to another process video. I think this time I've tried to get things ready so that hopefully it will run a little bit more smoothly. I would like to point out I never ever scrap like this. I never have everything ready. I pick things up as I'm going along, but I thought I'd have a go at gathering some bits and pieces for a page that I want to make. So I've got various colour inks and my daubers. I've got some gold shimmer spray. I've got a stencil, different coloured papers. I've also got a little embellishment dish. I know the picture that I'm scrapping, so I've already cut out the title, and I am infamous for losing letters. So when I've cut out a title, I put the bits into there so that I've got them. I don't often cut titles on the silhouette, but I wanted to use the Game of Thrones font for this particular page, because this is the photo that I'm scrapping today. Nigel made the boys a cardboard, you wouldn't know, I mean it's beautifully constructed, a cardboard Iron Throne for their second birthday a couple of weeks ago. We liked to pretend it was for the boys. It wasn't. It was actually for me because I'm a Game of Thrones fan. But Indy has taken to sitting on it in the afternoon. He's quite particular about the time that he'll sit on it. It's his afternoon chair. And he was actually yawning, but to me it looked like he was roaring. So I made a little Lannister shield and I put "Hear Me Roar" on the top. And so this is what we're going to be working on today. And I'm going to move everything off and then be ready to start, hopefully, a smooth process video. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put some stenciling behind. And I thought that I'd use this just to echo a little bit of the swords coming out of the throne. So I want to just put a little bit of background in. I think an awful lot of it will get covered, but let's put a little bit of background in. And I think we're going to go for those three. And I want it to be quite a subtle, quite a new ink, so going subtle isn't going to be its forte. But well, doesn't actually need a lot of ink in. And I think these two will be pretty much covered. I just want a little bit up there because I'm going to bring some of the black in. I'm going to see there where it's not going to show. So I just want a bit of a hint of the dark at the top, gradually coming down. Just blending it out a little bit. That one's probably gone a little bit darker than I wanted, but I'll just pretend I'm looking for a more uneven finish, and I think I'm going to put a little bit more red up through it. So it's just a little bit of a hint of having some of the shapes coming up onto the page. And I think And I'm just going to add just a few splatters. I don't want a lot, and I don't want them to be very obvious. And yes, I'm terrible. I get all sorts of things on my desk, but it's very forgiving and it always comes off. So I think that's done with the inks. I am going to add a tiny bit of gold spray as well. Just to pick up a little bit of that richness. Right, I'm going to put that to one side for a minute, just so that that gold dries. And let's have a look. Just trying to decide which of the red papers to use. And that's quite a different red. It's actually something between the two. But if I want to bring in some of these, I think I'm going to go for that. And I think I'm probably going to put a tiny little bit of black mount round it first. Not quite got enough that way. So we just want a little bit of black. It's trying to bring the different colours in, and I do want there to be the black and the gold in the page. And I think that immediately looks better. And I'm just deciding whether or not we're going to have it completely mounted, which I think we are, and then I might use some of the other red as a smaller piece at the sides. Because I tend not to cut very easily, I do tend to cut my mounts and then put my picture on it, because that way I've got a better chance for me of getting it even. So that's the picture mounted at the moment. Right, we're back, and it's a new sheet of paper because I tried to dry the gold paint because I didn't have any patience and I ruined it. So I've done the background exactly the same again. This process video game isn't me really. So I've mounted the photograph. I added some black underneath as well, and we're not going to see a lot of that stenciling anyway. So I think that's where the photograph is going to go. So let's pop that on. You can also see that I didn't mount it properly on black. I just used 2 strips. So that's where the photo is going to go. Now, I need to think about where the title's going, and I think my title is going to go across there. So hopefully, keeping it in here, we've got all the bits. I'll just move that back on there. And I think it's going to come along here. So we've got, and I apologise if you're not Game of Thrones fans, you won't have a clue what this page is about. You won't know what the Iron Throne is. You won't know who the Lannisters are. You won't know that their words are "Hear me roar." So I think that's going to go our Lannister Lion. Now, you're not going to want to see me stick that down because that is like watching paint dry. I use a zig two-way glue to stick down fine letters like that. So I'll pause now and come back once I've stuck the title down. I've got that stuck on. So now the fun bit of adding the embellishments. I know I'm a less is less, so I won't be using all of these. Absolutely have got to have that one though. And I think I want birthday kisses because it was for his birthday. And we'll anchor that, I think, with a flare. I think I want something in this top corner. So perhaps, yeah, something like that. I've got a black circle that I'm going to use for journaling, which I think might go there. Yeah, I think we might make a little block up for that. And we've got some gold to add, so I'm going to stick these on first because I know they're where I want them to be. If you haven't discovered these, which are available from the Flare Hut and are just absolutely perfect for your flare, do try them out. I love them. They just work brilliantly. So we're going to put the smile just anchored with that. I think we'll have foam pads on this one. No page is complete without cat hair. They're not allowed in here, but they do come in. So we've got the Hear Me Roar. I think this just needs some faux stitching around the edge, and that's a nearly run out white pen. That's better. I used to always use the Signo white pens, and then I discovered these, which are the Arteza gel pens, and then they stopped making the white. I haven't been able to get them for a while, and I've probably only got 5 or 6 left, which will sadden me greatly. So that is going to tuck underneath there. I'll just lift that a little bit, I think, to there. So just a little bit of journaling, quite a restrained bit of journaling for me. I think we'll put that little sticker in there. I want to bring some of the gold in, so we're going to add, remember this. If any of this was straight, it would be so much better. And And I think a little gold heart there. Put the gold arrow there. I want to tuck the camera in somewhere. Yeah, it might tuck in better over there. So we'll just pop that under the birthday kisses. And we'll pop that in the top corner. Just lift that a little bit to tuck that under. And we've got a couple of little gold outline hearts. That's my tummy rumbling, I do apologise. It's ready for lunch. And we'll put, not quite sure where to put that one. I think down there in that corner. Doesn't show up much. I would have liked to have used Like a Boss, but I'm now not sure. Yeah, I think it might just go there. Well, actually for me, that's not bad. I didn't leave many embellishments that I'd picked off the page, so I think I'm going to call that a done page. I can even get it a bit straight. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Apologies for the fact that we ended up doing a new piece of card and we didn't have the gold splatter, but that will teach me to be more patient and to wait. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.